I can't believe it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since I posted a piece of artwork on Instagram. The first piece of artwork that I posted on Instagram 10 years ago was a watercolour that I did in Edinburgh in the park at the bottom of the Royal Mile. And at the same time as it feels like it was yesterday, it also feels like a long time ago. So it's a weird place to be in because it just feels like it could have been yesterday, but it feels like also a lifetime ago in comparison to what's happened, where I think I am now in my life, and potentially where I want my life to go next. And it's not to say that I've got all the answers now, because I certainly don't. And I'm sure there's things that I could learn from my younger self too, which I could apply to my life now. That said, I felt kind of compelled to do a YouTube video, not in celebration of the 10 years, but as a natural progression, because I feel like the way I think and the way I speak is much more suited to a longer form video. And that's why I'm here now. I've had the idea at the back of my mind and in the front of my mind numerous times. And even like 10 years ago, I think I posted a video about why you should learn languages, and I put it up for 2 weeks and then I deleted it off YouTube because I just wasn't comfortable having it there. And all that said, what I would like to do now is I would like to say a letter to my younger self, to my 25-year-old self, which again is 10 years ago, which doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like 10 years, but it is, and that's where we are. So I've got a few notes in my notebook, which I might look at, but here we go. Here is the letter. So, dear Douglas, dear 25-year-old Douglas, there's nothing I can say in this letter to change anything that happened or to change any of the way that you were feeling at that time. But the first thing I would like to say is thank you. Thank you for posting that watercolor on Instagram 10 years ago. Thank you for posting it at a time when you weren't sure of the journey ahead. You weren't 100% comfortable in your own skin. And thank you for posting it when that actually felt like something that was so far out of your comfort zone. Because of that post, we are where we are now. Well, it's probably a little bit dramatic to say because it was that one post, because it's a whole multitude of things and things that have happened since then. But thank you. I know also that you are beginning to become a teacher. And it's weird to say beginning to become a teacher at that time, because I feel like I could say that I'm beginning to become a teacher now. There's lots of parallels between now and 10 years ago. But what you might not realize is that even if you're not sure that you're going down the correct or the right career path for you at that time, what you might not realize is that all of those experiences in that job will help shape you and help shape the person that you become in the future. Because I know there's difficulties that you'll go through, but I suppose you might not want to take those difficulties away because it might change who you are now as your 35-year-old self. It's very easy for me to sit here and say what you should, could, and would have done. But I suppose there is one thing that I would say, and it's don't lose sight of who you actually are. And I know that's kind of a cliche or a throwaway comment, but I think deep down, even if you're feeling pain, you're feeling fear, you're feeling anxiety, you know who you are, and with time, that will come out. Keep making the artwork, because you'll never know where that will lead. And even 10 years later, you still won't know where it will lead, but keep making it. Keep making it because you know that you love creating, you know it feels good for you, and I know life will get busy, things will happen, you might go down other paths, but it's not necessarily wrong to go down another path because it's all part of your life experience and it will bring you to where you are today. You may say or do things that you question or you would wish to change. You may hurt people, but at the same time, there's people that love you and there's people that can see more in you than you can at the moment. And it's easy for me to say that, I know. It's easy for me to say that people can see more in you. But don't lose sight of who you are. You may have an idea of what you want your life to look like in the future, but I wouldn't hold on to that picture or that idea too tightly, because it will stop you seeing other opportunities that you didn't even think would be an opportunity or that you didn't know of in the future. And I know that leaves things a little bit uncertain, but looking back now, that is a beautiful thing. I'm not saying it's an easy thing, but it's a beautiful thing where opportunities and doors are open for you where you were least expecting. And I know that I've spent a wee bit of time telling you about stuff, but I know my 35-year-old self can learn something from you too. And I think going back 10 years, I would pass the message from my 25-year-old self to my 35-year-old self to never stop dreaming. And I don't mean that in a cliche way. I mean that in a way that I think you know what you want to do with your life, but this takes time. Cliche again, but building things take time. And you want to follow what's inside you as much as you can. And I know that we'll be fine because I'm here 10 years later. Here's to the next 10 years. Bye for now.